The latest episode of American Idol has sparked a huge debate across social media, and at the center of it all is Carrie Underwood. After the episode aired, viewers quickly noticed a wave of criticism directed toward the country music superstar. Some audience members openly booed during the show, while countless online users rushed to share their opinions. As the controversy grew, Carrie decided not to stay silent. Instead, she responded in a way that immediately caught everyone's attention. At first glance, many people might think this entire situation is simply about a reality television competition. However, when you take a closer look, it becomes clear that the story goes much deeper. The backlash Carrie is facing today is tied to political disagreements, personal opinions, and a growing divide among her fan base. What started as criticism over a television appearance has evolved into a much larger conversation. To fully understand why emotions are running so high, we have to go back to an event that took place last year. In January, Carrie Underwood performed "America the Beautiful" during President Donald Trump's inauguration ceremony. While some viewers praised the performance as patriotic and unifying, others viewed it very differently. Shortly after the performance, Carrie released a statement explaining her intentions. She emphasized that her appearance was not meant to support any political party or candidate. According to her, the goal was simply to celebrate the country and encourage unity among Americans. Despite her explanation, many critics were not convinced. For a large number of people, the performance immediately became associated with politics. Some social media users labeled Carrie as a strong supporter of the Republican Party, while others accused her of taking a political side. As a result, certain fans who had followed her career for years began distancing themselves from her. Interestingly, before that inauguration performance, Carrie had rarely been involved in political discussions. She generally kept her opinions private and focused on her music career. One of the few moments that attracted political attention was when she appeared to support a social media post by conservative commentator Matt Walsh regarding school-related policies. Meanwhile, Carrie's husband, former professional hockey player Mike Fisher, has occasionally been more vocal about political issues. Over the years, he has publicly supported certain Republican candidates and expressed opinions on controversial topics. However, Carrie herself has largely avoided becoming a public political figure. Unfortunately for her, many people continue connecting her to political debates, whether she wants that association or not. Now that she is serving as a judge on American Idol, those same tensions are resurfacing once again. Following the latest episode, social media exploded with reactions. Some viewers focused entirely on her judging style, while others immediately brought politics into the discussion. The online conversation quickly became divided between supporters and critics. Rather than ignoring the controversy, Carrie decided to address it directly. She posted a brief but powerful message online. The statement was short, humorous, and unmistakably clear. Along with laughing emojis, she essentially communicated that the criticism was not affecting her and that she had no intention of changing her behavior because of public pressure. That response immediately generated another wave of discussion. Supporters praised her confidence and independence. They admired her willingness to stand firm despite intense criticism. Many fans viewed her reaction as a sign of strength. Some argued that public figures should not be forced to apologize every time they face backlash. Others praised her for remaining calm while dealing with constant attacks from both the media and social media users. One supporter commented that Carrie serves as a positive example for women of all ages. According to that fan, she demonstrates that it is possible to remain confident and respectful even when facing intense public criticism. Another supporter thanked her for staying true to herself instead of changing her views to satisfy public opinion. Messages like these quickly spread across social media platforms as fans rallied behind the singer. However, not everyone was impressed by her response. Critics immediately pushed back and reminded everyone about the inauguration performance that sparked much of the controversy in the first place. For these individuals, the political questions surrounding Carrie have never disappeared. Some users posted sharp comments questioning her decisions and accusing her of supporting controversial figures. Others argued that her actions spoke louder than her explanations. A number of viewers even admitted that they struggle to watch American Idol now that she is part of the judging panel. For these critics, their frustration extends far beyond the television show itself. Meanwhile, some people questioned whether Carrie was truly unaffected by the criticism. They pointed out that responding publicly suggests at least some awareness of the backlash. According to these users, someone who genuinely does not care might simply ignore the conversation altogether. As more opinions poured in, the debate became increasingly heated. Supporters and critics battling across social media platforms, turning what began as a television controversy into a nationwide discussion. What makes this situation especially interesting is that there are actually two separate narratives developing at the same time. Online observers are largely focused on politics, while viewers inside the American Idol world may be reacting to something completely different. And that distinction is important because it helps explain why the controversy appears much larger than it may actually be. In the next part, we'll take a closer look at what happened inside the American Idol studio, why audience members were booing during the episode, and whether the criticism Carrie is receiving is truly political, or simply the result of her becoming the show's toughest judge. While social media continues to debate Carrie Underwood's political connections and personal beliefs, a completely different story may be unfolding inside the American Idol studio. Many viewers online are convinced that every negative reaction she receives is tied to politics, but the reality could be far more straightforward. When the latest episode aired, one of the biggest talking points was the noticeable booing coming from audience members. Clips quickly spread across social media, and headlines began appearing everywhere. Before long, people were speculating about why the audience reacted that way. For some critics, the answer seemed obvious. They believed the boos were connected to the controversy surrounding Carrie's appearance at President Donald Trump's inauguration and the political discussions that followed. Because those debates have continued for more than a year, many assumed that audience members were expressing their political disagreement with the country music star. However, others believe that explanation misses an important piece of the puzzle. If you watch the episode closely, you may have noticed that Carrie has fully embraced a role that has existed on talent competition shows for decades, the role of the tough judge. Every successful reality competition tends to have at least one panel member who delivers honest criticism rather than constant praise. These judges often become controversial because contestants, audience members, and viewers do not always like hearing negative feedback. Throughout television history, tough judges have frequently been booed by live audiences. It is almost expected. Whenever a contestant receives criticism from a judge, fans who support that contestant often react emotionally. Sometimes they cheer, sometimes they disagree, and occasionally they boo. This pattern has been visible on talent shows for years. On American Idol, Carrie appears to be stepping into that position. While fellow judges Luke Bryan and Lionel Richie generally focus on encouragement and positive reinforcement, Carrie has been more direct in her evaluations. She has shown a willingness to point out mistakes, question song selections, and challenge contestants to improve. Some viewers appreciate that approach because they believe aspiring artists need honest feedback if they hope to succeed in the music industry. According to these supporters, sugarcoating weaknesses may make contestants feel good in the moment, but it does not prepare them for the realities of a highly competitive business. Carrie's supporters argue that she is simply doing her job. Rather than telling contestants only what they want to hear, she is giving them information that could help them grow as performers. In their view, constructive criticism is one of the most valuable tools a judge can provide. Of course, not everyone sees it that way. When fans become emotionally invested in contestants, even fair criticism can feel harsh. If a favorite performer receives negative feedback, supporters may immediately disagree with the judge delivering it. As a result, audience reactions can become intense, especially during live recordings. This is why some observers believe the booing had less to do with politics and more to do with Carrie's judging style. One social media user offered a perspective that many considered reasonable and balanced. According to that viewer, people were taking the situation out of context. The user argued that audience members were not necessarily expressing political opinions. Instead, they were simply disagreeing with Carrie's assessment of specific contestants. That explanation aligns with what reality television audiences have done for years. Tough judges often receive the loudest reactions because they challenge contestants rather than praise them. When viewers look back at previous seasons of talent competitions, similar moments are easy to find. Judges who delivered blunt critiques regularly became targets of audience frustration. Yet many of those same judges were later praised for their honesty and professionalism. Carrie now finds herself in a similar position. As she continues establishing her identity on the judging panel, she appears determined to remain authentic rather than altering her style to avoid criticism. Whether viewers agree with her opinions or not, she has shown that she is willing to stand by her evaluations. This determination is one reason why the controversy continues generating headlines. On one side are critics who remain upset about political issues and view her actions through that lens. Every statement she makes, every appearance she gives, and every decision she takes becomes part of a larger political conversation. On the other side are fans who believe she is being unfairly targeted. They argue that Carrie should be judged based on her work as an artist and television personality rather than assumptions about her political beliefs. Between these two groups sits a large number of viewers who simply want to watch American Idol and enjoy the competition. For them, the focus remains on the contestants, the performances, and the entertainment value of the show. Unfortunately, in today's social media environment, separating entertainment from politics is often difficult. Public figures frequently find themselves caught in controversies that extend far beyond their original actions. A single performance, statement, or social media post can spark debates that continue for months or even years. Carrie Underwood's situation is a perfect example of this reality. What began as a performance intended to celebrate a national event eventually evolved into a topic that still influences public perception today. Whether fair or unfair, that association continues following her into new projects and television appearances. Yet despite all the criticism, Carrie's public response has remained remarkably consistent. She has made it clear that she intends to continue doing her job, sharing her opinions, and remaining true to herself regardless of public pressure. That attitude has earned both admiration and criticism. Supporters view it as confidence and strength. Critics see it as stubbornness or indifference. Either way, her response has ensured that the conversation remains active. As the season of American Idol continues, it will be interesting to see whether the controversy fades or grows even larger. Audience reactions, social media discussions, and future episodes will likely determine how this story develops. For now, one thing is certain: Carrie Underwood is facing challenges from multiple directions at the same time. Online critics continue debating her political associations, while television viewers analyze her judging decisions week after week. But according to Carrie's own message, none of that appears likely to change her approach. She seems determined to speak honestly, judge contestants fairly, and ignore the noise surrounding her. Whether people love her or criticize her, she has made her position clear. She is going to continue being herself, regardless of who agrees or disagrees. And in a world where public opinion can change overnight, that may be the most important statement of all.